My name is Joanna Dela Cruz, and I'll be presenting to you about the goal setting theory. Before we talk about the goal setting theory, you need to know what goals are. What are they? They are the objectives people strive or aim to achieve. The goal setting theory, according to Locke and Latham, is focused on the motivation which in turn improves performance. Through their article, Building a Practical Useful Theory of Goal Setting and Task Motivation, the research proves that the more difficult task is, the harder people tend to work to achieve it. Based on their article, there are four mechanisms on how our goals affect our performance. Firstly, they need directive functioning. What that means is that they need attention and effort to achieve their goals without the disruptions of goal irrelevant activities. Second, goals need to have an energizing function. High goals lead to great effort in comparison to low goals. Third, goals affect persistence. This represents the relationship between time and effort. For example, you have a school project and the deadline is within a month. You do it both ways. Nearing the deadline, you can do your project intensely in a short period of time or starting 4 weeks prior at an even pace. Fourth, goals affect our cognition. It enables us to discover and use task relevant knowledge and strategies. To summarize this, difficult goals are achieved through persistence, energizing effort, and strategies, and direct attention. However, to maintain the progress, an individual needs to have constant feedback. Without the use of feedback, either positive or negative, we wouldn't know how well we are doing. If the goal is to pass the class, students will not know how well they are doing unless exams are provided. Being below the average allows the student to increase their effort, thus maximizing their performance. What are the outcomes of goal setting? It helps and stimulates motivation. It improves and enhances performance, concentrates on the important tasks, and helps increase persistence. If you set a goal, you perform better than those without a goal. The same concept is applied when a person has a goal and when they don't have one. Let's take a look at the article, Prompting Physical Activity Among School-Age Children Using Feedback, Goal Setting, and Rewards. The purpose of the study was to evaluate feedback, goal setting, and rewards administered by parents to promote physical activity in children. Both the parents and children choose the reinforcers, example toys, administered by the parents in hopes that the behavior change will be generalized and maintained after the research. This was an experimental research conducted to see the effectiveness of the reinforcers to increase the steps taken within a day. The sample was consisted of 5 children, 3 girls and 2 boys, from ages 8 to 11, who had the BMI of greater than equal to 23. At each of the day, the parents showed the children the number of steps they took within a day and told the child that the goal had been achieved and the reward was earned, or B, the goal was not reached, and how many steps were achieved and how many were needed to achieve the goal. The reward was delivered the following day only if the goal was met the previous day. There were 2 groups. The first group um, experienced feedback, goal setting, and rewards. The second group experienced feedback, goal setting, rewards, and a prompt, which was a call from the researcher to start the goal. The 3 participants that received the daily prompt showed a marked increase in steps, while 2 of them reached their goal 100% of the days. The 2 participants that continued the study continually they maintained their goal to achieve. They maintained their goal to on 100% of the days. However, the study that showed that increased in steps were doing the group we were doing the first group that had feedback, goal setting, and rewards. The second group, with the prompt, the researcher took an active role and contacted the participants daily. It resulted in a higher number of steps. Um, Therefore, it seemed that the daily reminders may be critical for interventions, which increase the children's steps to recommended levels. This shows the importance of feedback, along with the prompt, in order to achieve a goal. My real life example would be family counseling. The main goal is to achieve relationships among each other or maintain positive relationships. Let's say there's a conflict between them and they come for a family counselor for advice. There are strategies which help maintain positive relationships. First, you need to build you need to rebuild trust. You can place the couple in challenging activities such as puzzle solving. It's basically any activity which will place them together slowly and rebuilding the relationship. Feedback and support is very important. Through challenges in one's life, it's important to support each other. If there was any argument, they should open up to each other instead of emotionally investing in the argument. They should drop the topic and talk about it logically instead of having a big elephant in the room. Next are rewards. Um, praise praise could in turn see as a reward for any small deeds, buying them small gifts, showing them attention, and intimacy. It helps promote love. These are like strategies which help maintain positive relationships according in through based on family counseling. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening and your attention.